How's everybody doing today? Let's see how many people we got. We got 51 viewers. Yes, this is, yes, Tony, this is a huge ass box. I am appropriately wearing my Creality Afraid of Wet shirt, which it's still, the Ender 5 Plus is still afraid of wet, just like all the other Creality printers. And today, I've got my brother Doug here, who's got more YouTube subscribers than I do. So, yeah, so this printer was purchased by us. This wasn't given to us for review. This wasn't discounted. We spent 550 Freedom Bucks on this. So, Jake from State Farm says hi.
I see the chat.
Yeah?
I see the chat.
You see the chat? You know how this works? Yeah, just talk loud like your dad.
All
so
right.
Mike picks you up. All right. So, I had cut this open already to measure the bed for the flex plates, so that's why it's already open. And we have two idiots in the background here, so deal with it. All right. This box is huge. Huge. All right. So, I think the best thing to do is just take everything out and put it on the table first. So, Ender 5 Plus printer guidebook. Let's see. It says, please plug the power cord into a 3-hole power jack.
That's good.
I was going to jam it into a 2 because, you know, I live in the middle of nowhere and we only have 2 plug power jacks. All right. So let's just get all this stuff out of here and then we'll go over what's in the box. Oh, look at a little roll of filament here. I got a spool holder. Dear God.
Big boy.
This is a big boy. Oh. Well, it's got a little bent here. Let's see. Dear God. Okay. A lot of parts in here. But wait, there's more. Okay, oh, I see an XT60. I'm having flashbacks. Alright. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else in here. No. Seems to be packed pretty well. Alright. Let's get a giant ass box. Well, I got it. Okay. Alright. So, we've got our base here. The damn touch screen. It's okay. We got a fix for that. That's one of the reasons we bought it. Let's get rid of that damn touchscreen. Let's see. It has a touchscreen. Definitely a touchscreen, because guess what? Someone told China that people love touchscreens. So yeah, we have a touchscreen. All right. Let's see. We got a little box of crap. Screws. Chinese tools. Mini USB cable, printed clips of some sort, three-prong power cable, USB reader with SD card. They're fine. The dogs are enjoying all the new room. If you guys notice, it looks a little different in here. Aaron moved his desk out to the print farm. Clara, enough. All right, let's. Where'd I put the directions, bro?
Okay. Right.
Oh, okay. I was
The
worried.
detailed instructions are on the card, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna put. Yeah, like hell, I'm gonna put this in my fucking computer.
That's fair.
All right, let's see here. Let's switch over to the up close and personal cam here. You don't need direction? Well, I don't know. Let's see. Arm cam. Bam. Look at that, it's already in focus. So, Ender 3 Plus printer guidebook to make top quality 3D printer. Alright, warning, do not use printer in any way other than described herein in order to avoid personal injury or property damage. I wonder if this has thermal protection. Basically just, if you're under 10, you shouldn't use this printer. I would say under 18. Just an overall view here of the guide assembly. So it looks like we're going to put these 4 rails on here on the base, which is what's right here. So 4 rails on the base, and it says, please note that the hole at the top of piece facing left and right in relation to the printer. So basically there's a hole that goes to the top, and I believe they face inward, it looks like. Are there, do you want to unbundle the extrusion there?
Yeah. Side cutters.
There's side cutters in the box here.
Fantastic.
We are gonna bolt the top frame on with a couple of bolts, and then put in the actual rails for the bed with the motors. So shouldn't be too long, I'm assuming, hopefully. So then we put the bed on, the platform, and then the spool holder. And they do have the cable connections listed, which is nice. And then they've got how to load and unload. So this is all basic, how to use the printer, how to level your bed. Man, if half the people in the Facebook groups read this, then half the posts would not even exist. All right. Oh, and this has a Creality V2.2 board in it. So that's good to see. We will be able to easily get this supported in the firmware and get rid of this damn touchscreen. So let's get started. I'm just waiting on my assistant here.
Very slow assistant too.
Very slow assistant.
Just one. Do you need specific ones?
I'm assuming they're all the same because there's a hole in each side here. My light in here so you guys can actually see.
This one is tapped.
So there's a hole on either side of the extrusion, and it says to make sure these go up. So we're just going to check our holes. We got a hole on either side. 1, 2. Is there blood on this?
It's just, I think it's just marker. That looks like just marker.
I don't know. Okay, if it's mark. Okay, hang on. Let me put some. The other ones didn't have that on there. Let's see. Use some alcohol on here. I think it's a little too red to be blood.
Yeah, that's like pink.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right. Just be a marker or something weird.
Blood turned brown. Yeah, good point. I don't know. Under the lighting, it looked. Let's see here. Did Naomi beat someone before sending it? I don't know, but we paid for this thing. What's your problem with the screen? You don't like touches? Yeah, if you remember to retract a message, it shows up on here on the screen, right there, where my finger's pointing. The touch screens don't give you as many options or control over your printer as the non-touch screens. Okay, so first critique here. You guys see this? Oh God. Okay, these corner brackets.
Plastic.
Yeah, they're
all plastic.
They're plastic. Sorry, I'm not on point with my focusing here. These are all plastic corner brackets. Now, is there a... Okay, so there's no screws going through these. All that's holding this frame together is plastic corner pieces. For a $550 printer, Why aren't these metal? Like, seriously, why aren't these metal? I think for this printer, because this thing is so damn big, I'm just going to do everything from the main camera here instead of up here. But yeah, that's a little... Come on, cheap. Plastic for a printer that's $550? Like for real? I mean, I get it's China, but come on.
End stops are covered. I've never seen that before.
End stop, their little printed covers.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, it's a nice touch, I guess. All right, so, all right, what size do we have here? How about you prep the screws? So I'm gonna do the. I need 8 M5 by 25s of the washer. It looks like the same for the top, and the 30s are for the actual bed.
So what do you want first, then 5 by
rails.
25?
Huh?
What do you want first, the 5 by 25?
5 by 25s with the washers, and then the 5 by.
Those are already applied.
Are they?
Yeah.
Look at that.
The bags are actually labeled really nicely.
Yeah, the bags have labels on them, which is nice. Remember your trunk, see?
It did not. It didn't even have components.
It had no labels on anything. It was like, weren't they just like all in one bag too?
One bag, missing hardware. Need to buy more.
All right, I'm gonna use my Harbor Freight Special hex key set here. All right. So we got the holes at the top, like it says. And you can really only put these in one way. Now,
do you want me to hold it in some capacity?
Well, hang on. Here's the problem here. I want to tidy this frame up before we get this. So there's already a gap in the frame. Like, okay. Hit arm cam on.
Where's that?
Arm cam, top hill. Right there. Okay. This is already, like, I can shift this already. And this isn't holding it very tight. Like, here, look, I can actually...
Well, this one's, the top part is really like that as well.
Like, this is just putting a little bit of pressure on here, but you can see, like, it's easy to put a, like, this shifts a lot because you can't really tighten down your plastic as well as you would be able to metal. So I'm just going to loosen these up, though, just so I can see if I can get, are these tapped? These are tapped in here, too. So I'm just going to put some pressure on the side here and tighten this screw back down. Well, Aaron, you already traded us for it, so... Yeah, this printer is Aaron's, technically. He traded me some printers for it. Because I bought this just for doing development. But yeah, I can see how this will tighten up once you put the top rails on, but... I don't know, it's kind of just like, really, you guys couldn't spend the extra, like, I don't know, 10 cents for the brackets? It's not like the printer's super cheap to begin with. Alright, this one has red on it as well.
Yeah, there's another one that had some red on it, too. It'd be that way.
I mean, if you want to do the other side. You get to use the Chinese hex though. Well, I get to use the also Chinese ones.
They're all Chinese.
They're all Chinese. So I'm thinking we might end up having to carry some metal corner brackets for this machine in the shop. What do you guys think? Someone, Tor, you're in here. Make a list of stuff that we need to carry to make the Ender 5 Plus better. Who is that person next to the godly Tim? This is Doug.
Yo.
Tucker Martin. Does he know you?
I don't know.
Siamese twin assembly team. I mean, if I shave, we look we look more similar.
You'd have to have hair.
Yeah, I'd have to have hair. I got this nice bald spot going on here.
You got the facial hair. I don't got that.
Yeah, you can grow like a little soul patch.
I have no beard, dude.
Just a little soul patch. Hey, look at everyone in chat. Yes on the brackets. Okay, I will source some brackets. The hardest part, since these are tapped, I mean, I guess I could do T-nuts, but since if I want ones that do the that are tapped, I have to make sure the holes are the same. I've seen quite a few people where the power supplies in these are already blowing up, and I have so I bought a DC current clamp meter, but the guys in the shop lost it, so I had to order another one.
Flip it.
Because I wanted to. Well, let me.
I didn't torque it down.
Yeah, let me torque it down.
Do you want to torque it down?
I'm lining it up.
Torque it down. You do the bitch work.
What was I saying? Oh, so I want to do a current draw test on here, and I want to see if the 350 main well will work in here that we already carry, because I think it has a 500 from the pictures I saw online, but they could have just overspec'd the Chinese 500, and I'd be willing to put money on it that the Meanwell 350 is going to put out more stable and reliable power and more amperage than the Chinese 500. Thank you, sir. And before anybody says it in chat, this is not a Core XY. Everybody say it with me. This is not a Core XY.
Then what is it?
Just because a printer is a box does not mean it's a Core XY. So the reason I bring up the 350 is we already stock that power supply, and the artilleries we sell, those come with a 500 watt Chinese. However, the 350 Meanwell has more than enough juice to keep it happy. So usually what you'll see is they'll put a cheaper power supply in that's higher rated on the sticker just to have some headroom, because 20 Chinese amps is probably equivalent to about 15 normal amps.
You can torque that down.
All right, so now we gotta put the top frame on.
That's gonna be the ones with all the shit on them. Oh, stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there.
Oh, stuff on there. So some of these corner brackets were unaligned out the box. So we might have to
They were not aligned.
They were all like this one.
That was bent.
This
I
one
saw
rotates. So we might have to tighten those up.
We'll probably have to go. I should probably go around and tighten everything up. Hang on, last one. All right.
I don't know which direction. Probably motor in the back.
I'm assuming this is the front,
that's
so
gonna be,
that's going to be
good guess.
good guess. Yes,
Very good guess.
we can put it on backwards. Nobody expected this. You're building hopes and dreams. Now I'm building disappointment and sadness and regret of spending $550 on this. You got it there, bud?
Probably again M5.
M5 by 25s on the tops. M5 by 25s, yep.
Need 4 of those bad boys.
Yep. And then there's one in each corner. So one in each of these corners and then on the side. So there's 8 total.
Oh, we have 8 left.
Well, that's good. We got all the screws.
Good bet then.
Bet. Fucking bet.
Oh, get demonetized.
I'm already demonetized. Yeah, there might be like swearing in here. Because I don't give a shit about being demonetized. Are you monetized?
Yep.
Oh.
I am. I don't live stream though.
You do. You upload those playtests though.
I upload videos, yes.
Yeah, if you guys want to check out what Dougie Fresh does,
don't do it.
His channel is Top at Waffle. He's got a couple printer videos on there. The
2.
Tron XY one is actually pretty funny.
X3.
The X3, that was his first printer that I hooked him up with through GearBest when we were still doing stuff with GearBest. Then GearBest bitched that I wasn't signing up printers for them, and I told him to go pound sand. So now we no longer do stuff with GearBest. Oh, look who Scott popped in.
Hello, Scott.
Scott Latine. Are you breaking more Marlin stuff today?
Oh, I'm right.
Hello, waiter. Can I order a cheap Chinese printer with a side of regret? The regret comes free.
It's much easier to torque it down with that thing, and then you want to rotate it for that side, or do you want to stand?
This is huge.
Very big boy.
The big boy.
Yeah,
Scott says you know it.
You can just torque those down.
Oh, you're officially part of the stream now.
I'll get it. I dropped the screw.
You dropped something. It's not a live stream until something's dropped. Doug wouldn't know because he doesn't watch my live streams. Because he's a terrible brother.
It's very true.
Terrible brother.
We're always at a weird time.
This is at a normal time.
I'd be asleep.
You'd be asleep?
I'd be asleep.
Wow, you lazy POS.
Definitely be
I
asleep.
mean, I already said fuck, so I guess I could say you
true.
lazy piece of shit. It's all downhill from here, guys.
Oh, there's 3D printing and painting. You were watching them, right?
Yeah, that's Jerry. What's up, Jerry? Give me this printer and I will give you my soul. Man, your soul must be pretty worthless if it's only $550 worth of Chinese stuff.
Chinesium.
Chinesium. Genuine Chinesium. Oh, holy cow.
5x30s.
Oh, I hate you. I am so triggered right now.
You love the Core X.
Brandon.
So we need...
Why did you do that? Can I refund that? See a little gif? Look.
Be that way.
It's Asian guy. Why'd you do that to me, Brandon? I'm so triggered right now.
We need to lay it on its front.
We need to lay it on its front?
Yeah. So it's from behind.
We got it likes it from behind, guys.
So we gotta put these 2 in from underneath.
Oh, underneath. Alright. Oh no.
Should be careful of everything.
Alright. So this is how the Under 5 Plus likes it from behind.
Motor's on the inside, so that one goes on your side.
This is mine. These should be the 30 screws.
Yeah. I don't know how many you need. I'm guessing 2 is a good number to start with.
I think we need 4. 8 total, so 2 up top, 2 up bottom. Here, how about this?
I hold you.
You put the 2 up front and the furthest, so I don't have to get up because I'm lazy. You're already standing, so.
I gotta get.
Here, put the. I'll hold it. Put those 2 in. Got them? Hang on. I think this is the one I was using. It's a 3. No, it's a 4. It's right there. Use the better Chinese one.
Let me just get it in a little bit here, and then we can put your side. You want to put your top one in, and then we can tighten them all down once we're aligned.
Alignment's a funny word.
Because it's not aligned at all.
It's not aligned at all.
Because you got a ton of wiggle room over there. So I don't know what's going on there.
This lines up here.
So.
And these are not T-nuts. These are tapped. Switch over to the arm cam. Show people what we got going on here. Alright.
Well, that's a doozy.
Sorry for the earthquake, Cam. I can't afford nice camera arms. Okay.
Bring the dog bag.
There is there's quite the gap here. Quite the gap. But there's not a gap down here.
Look, there's people on stream. Just for you. I know.
Oh no, I'm screwing with my aperture.
Get him over here.
Where's my focus?
Your dog.
There we go.
Look at you.
You guys can see this, right? Switch back to the main.
Hate to see that.
It's just a slight twist. It'll print fine.
Do you want to check the other side?
Hey, Patrick, I'm going to ask that you don't assume my dog's gender.
Oh, triggered. Do you want to try the other side to see if this one's bad too?
Go ahead. All right.
Give it a shot.
Yep. I mean, maybe we did something wrong somehow?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I said let's see if the other one's bad. Down.
Nope, this one's fine.
I'm not screwed in yet.
Well,
I think I'm almost there. Son of a gun.
Hang on, where's the hole? Here's
That's
the
what
hole.
she said.
Why is she asking you where the hole is?
I don't know. She was homeschooled. Yeah, this one's in.
This one lines up a lot better. All right, you go for it. He's got this. I'm gonna retire. Wow, we got over 100 people watching this shit show.
Because I'm here.
Wow.
Yeah, this one goes in perfect.
Okay, that's lined up. Go ahead and tighten that down. Now here's a trick to get more leverage. Flip it over.
I'm
there you go.
I'm aware of how these
Yeah?
Allen keys work, dude. I've built a couple printers.
Just a few.
I mean, that one's not torqued down up front.
Would you recommend the Ender 5 or the CR10S? This Ender 5? Let's see if it actually works. But we're off to a fantastic start so far.
Actually, the good one works here. I just do the bottom parts.
I already got one in.
I do?
Oh, you can actually use that one up there.
Yeah. Can't really use it down there.
These included hex wrenches are rough. So when you tighten it down, make sure the extrusions are like flush.
Yes. I don't own one of these.
Because here's the thing, these aren't T-nuts, so I can't even adjust this if I wanted to.
Put some T-nuts on it instead.
Heard there was a shit show going on YouTube. Yeah, welcome to the shit show.
Doug, my buddy Brian says hi. Hi, Brian. Microsoft Ignite Orlando.
I mean, you're an IT guy. You going to Ignite in Orlando?
I am an IT guy, but no.
I feel like they wouldn't want to spend the money to send
I
you
would
there.
not want to spend the money to send me to Orlando.
And then you get calls from guys that you need to do their job for.
I would, in fact.
Are we talking about the original Ender 5 or the CR10? I mean, they're both, the Ender 5 and the CR10 are both solid machines, to be completely honest. The fact that this rail is not lining up, you know what?
Maybe something with the linears?
The linears. I just realized this. So if I kick...
Yeah, Phillips or what?
Hang on.
Or is that a different, smaller hex?
Is there a backlash on these?
No.
Okay. Is this poking up? Oh, that's why. Is that one sticking up further than the others?
Yeah, that one's definitely. So you need to.
We need to loosen these up. Okay, so here's why this rail's not. So switch back to arm cam. I just want to show people what we're talking about. So the reason why this one's not lining up here is because the rails, there's these little screws here, okay, that tighten on these. This rail needs to come further out so these can pivot out. So we're going to loosen up these on both ends because this is sticking out too far on the other side. That's why it's not lining up over here. So switch back to main.
So it looks like just that one.
Just that one. So loosen that one up, and then I'll pull it down.
Well, you need to. Did you already loosen that one?
No, we should only need to loosen one because that's going to allow this to slide. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Angle is incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh, there we go. That was
so
it.
put it where you want it, and then I'll tighten it. This screw isn't.
Where's the other screw? Where's the other screw I'm pulling in here? Let me tighten this down, and then...
Yeah, I'll just leave that loose.
You know what we should
tighten
do?
it after we...
We
put
should
the
just
frame in.
loosen up all these, so that way the rods aren't under stress. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Just
properly align it,
Yes. Do that.
which is why I never torque anything down. That's what I'm done.
Row, row, row. Man, whatever Chinese guy screwed these in, like, almost stripped the heads out. Yeah, I can't get my nicer tool in there.
Yep.
So we're just loosening up all these ones that retain the rods, so we can make sure that it's not torqued. So here, the rods move. Now, do not pull these out because you can actually lose the bearings.
Do we want to stand up?
No, well, okay, so this one's loose. Loosen up all of them.
Wait,
Actually, I think
only
we should
need
only
to do
do one
on
side.
each side, right?
Well, this one I wanted to... Well, no, do them all because they could be, like, pitched inside.
Did you already get this one?
I did not get that one. I got the bottom on this side, so you need to get the top on that other one. So at least it was a simple fix.
My goodness. I try to screw shit in upside down.
I know, right? You're like, which is righty, tighty, lefty,
blue
loosey.
screen, dude.
Doug.exe has stopped responding.
Yeah.
I know, thinking is hard.
Unhandled exception.
Okay, so that one's loose.
Let me get this top two. I would expect this to be a lot easier to push down, but no.
So basically, once these extrusions are aligned,
Then we'll tighten these back.
then we'll tighten these down. Should probably do it standing up on this.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So these are flush. Are both these rails flush? Everything's tight.
Well, everything on this side is, but I gotta loosen this last one up. But this angle sucks.
Is the top rail for this one, the top extrusion, bolted to the extrusion?
No, that one's still loose.
So tighten that one up.
Okay.
You can get that in there, right?
I'm gonna come back. I gotta loosen up.
All right, that's fine. Well, shit. Now I gotta loosen everything. Tor, you can release. I don't know if we have any moderators in here still, but I don't care about light swearing in chat. Let it ride.
No way I'm getting to that.
No. Here.
Can you stand this? That would be.
Stand her up. Oh shit.
That could have been
Okay.
terrible.
So if you guys do this, see how this came out? You need to
I did.
feed your rod in very slow.
I did
Kind of wiggle it back and forth. Okay.
There you go.
I'm looking at back and forth because what you can happen is you can push the ball bearings out.
That's why.
And now this will just sit on the table.
There you go. Easy peasy.
All right.
Lemon squeezing.
So tighten that other top bar up. Everything looks pretty flush. Spit on it first. Exactly what she said. Shit, yeah, I like swearing.
Feels like.
I mean, this seems to be moving pretty smooth. This ain't bad.
Alright. Now I can do the rails. Or rods.
Alright, so let's do the rods on this side first. These are...
One of these was still tight. I can't remember which one it was. I think it might be this one.
This one feels like it's loosey-goosey.
What's that? This one.
So these should be flush on either side.
Also, if we put it just flush to the top, should be good.
Yeah.
I mean, this one seems pretty good.
Yep.
I don't even think we need to move it.
I just didn't want there to be any like tension on them.
I get you.
It's little stuff like that that'll cause, or else I gotta like talk through the printer because it's so big. I'm in jail. I'm in printer jail.
You two are getting crazy.
They gotta play. Alright, you want to get the back ones? I'll get this tightened up.
Well, I definitely.
I'll hold that other one for you. Well, we can rotate. Let's just rotate around. Just make sure that rod doesn't come out. Let me finish tightening this one down. Alright. I know. As long as it doesn't come off the table, it's fine. Alright, so here.
You want to feed that bad boy up there?
Oh, no, it's flush. Alright, go ahead. Oh, what juice am I flavoring? It's actually my own brand that I sold off in 2016. H4K Decon.
I'm at top is tight, so you don't have to.
Top's tight? Okay. This one loose? This one's not loose.
You want to get that guy?
Yep. That one's loose, but this one's Greg from Greg's Maker Corners here. What's up, Greg? All right, tighten those back down. So the reason we loosened all these up is because I didn't want any sort of like alignment issues or strain to be on here, because if that other one was slightly out of alignment, then what can happen is it could cause the rods to be slightly twisted, and I'd rather just know that they're not under strain when we tighten them down or torqued.
Oh.
It looks like to work on the control box, which we will tear into the control box as we do with every printer. It looks like you go through the bottom. Don't do anything with Tronxy. Tronxy is garbage. They're one of the few companies I will tell you straight up not to buy. It's really bad when A&F puts out better printers than you do.
It says the next step is the
bed.
Yeah, the bed and the filament holder. I mean, the filament holder is kind of.
So you want to put the bed on there?
So we need 4x10s.
There should be the rest of the screws right there.
Yeah, 8 4x10s. Let me get the bed unwrapped.
Yeah, unwrap it. I want my bed unprotected.
Heck yeah. Whoa.
Whoa, that was a big dog.
Let's calm down.
Someone said put the filament holder on first. I don't see why it matters.
I couldn't see why it would matter either. It says it's both in the same step. I mean, are you even going to use a filament holder?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I not use a filament holder?
I never do.
I put the filament holder on first, learn from my mistakes. Is it going to get in the way?
I thought that it would get in the way of the bed.
David Pexel says, I picked a heck of a day to quit sniffing glue.
Alright, so it says that it goes here. The filament holder goes right
I assume it goes near where it's fed in.
Yeah, that would be
that whole extruder thing right here. The little plastic pooper.
Plastic bit?
Oh, come on. Still got a plastic extruder. Okay. We still have a couple of the aluminum extruders on sale in our shop for $3. Way better than the crap that Creality gives you. Do you actually need to go out, dog? Or are you just screwing me? Put her outside. I got it.
Take the glass off. Come on, Claire.
And if you guys have this printer, okay, we have Flex. We have our Easy Flex. See, this printer's so big. We have our Easy Flex in the store for this, the 370 by 370 for $56 with shipping for the magnet, the PEI, and the steel sheet. And that price may go up. So if you guys want to get a deal on it right now, you should grab them while they're in the shop. Hint, hint. Oh, 3D Medic's in the house. I got one of his maker coins up there. We actually do have heating elements on the whole bottom of the bed, except we don't have insulation on the whole bottom. What is this? It was 350 by 350 by 500, I think it said, or 400. Let's say the guide. I know it's 350 by 350 by something. $400. Okay. KW Jet. Well, KW Jet said we should put the filament holder on first.
I got it right here.
All right. So where's that going?
Goes right.
That should be the one you need.
There.
Yep. Yep. Right there. Except they show it pointing in.
Right?
Oh yeah, because the filament's gonna feed up. This way. If you put it this way.
The bed stops here, right?
Yeah.
Well, I need the Allen right?
Right there. Take the spool holder off first.
Don't make sense. Don't do that. Don't be logical.
I love watching other people fiddle with T-nuts.
They suck, dude. Oh, right there?
Yeah, right there, good.
Can always move it. All my printers use shelf-mounted spool holders.
I don't understand why you guys, other than internet bragging rights, I don't understand people's obsession with linear rails. Yes, they're nice, but if your V-slot wheels are properly set up and they're not bad, they work great.
I love rails.
Unpopular opinion here, but to be completely honest, like, there's not a huge print quality difference.
Why would you say something so brave yet so controversial?
I know, so controversial here. I guess it's less controversial though than the guy that assumed my dog's gender earlier. So I'm still a little triggered about that. Okay.
Triggering.
Triggered. All right. So bed now.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, well,
did you just lose the spool holder?
No, it's right here.
Let's put that on after.
Yeah, it does make sense to put it on now.
Okay. So
you got the bed instructions right there. What do you need? Do you have the screws for it? Yes, you do. Right there.
All right. I'm assuming we're gonna go in like this. Oh no. Drop this other side down. Alright. Okay.
You want it up?
Alright.
Should be good enough to get it set up.
Here, you do two, I do two.
Oh. I need a different size.
That's it's a 2.5, I'm assuming. Yup. Drop in my nut or my washers.
Block washers.
Now do not tighten these down all the way.
No, definitely not.
Get the other side in.
Yeah, just thread them in there.
Thread them in.
Don't torque.
Oh god.
Damn, I built printers. Once or twice.
How many of your printers work right now?
All but one.
How many do you have total?
9.
9? That's not bad.
Soon to be less and then more after I acquire that one that's out there.
Yeah,
I mean, I bought money on PayPal for it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want something.
That one. I don't really care. I just want to get rid of the i3s. One's going to Alyssa.
The i3s?
The mini. I'm gonna give one.
I'm
gonna give one to Alyssa.
The minis are nice little printers.
They're nice. I might move the other one to my desk.
I have one. It's right there.
I know.
And it works.
Well, both of mine work. It's just I don't think I need 2.
No.
Alyssa will like it.
Yeah,
though.
I'll sell it to you because Aaron, I bought that printer off a customer that like didn't want to have it fixed, and he was just like, "Well, what would you guys give me for it?" So I bought it for him off him for a decent price, and then Aaron put our dual extruder board on it and the hot end, so he's got like $150 worth of upgrades already on it.
You know,
I spent like $120 on the damn linear rail upgrade on the bed.
I love linear rails. Dude.
Well, it's already got them.
This one does not want to thread in. Can we spin this around? This is very
Hang
inconvenient.
on, I'm gonna tighten this down because this is level. So
okay. This side is not tightened, but this one does not want to like thread in. Right? I just can't. I can't get it.
I gotta get these exchanged because this one's kind of stripped out. Yeah, it comes with a BL Touch stock, unfortunately, but
It's like cross-threaded.
we will be getting the Easy ABL on here for you guys that want a quality sensor instead of this plastic garbage. Well, ours is plastic, but plastic pin. I hate these plastic pins.
Careful, guys.
Oh my god!
That's a
This
chunk.
is a big boy.
It's a chunk. That one's just sitting there. It like cross-threaded in. And then back
No.
out.
It's good. It's good.
Alright, there's the last one.
Tighten those two down. We sell wheels in our site, or on our site. I think they're like $3 for 2, and they're really good quality. Or you can play Chinese roulette on Amazon. It's up to you.
Heck yeah, Chinese roulette.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but wheels are something that I'd rather not have to install twice. So, just saying. All right, is that it? Just hook up the cables?
Aaron wants to know if he can use your Ender 3 for something.
Sure. There's black PLA in it right now. I don't know if he can access that printer over here because that's on a different subnet now. He's on the corporate subnet, which doesn't have access to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I hate to do that.
I think I opened it up for certain IPs though, because those are static. All right, so let's see if I'm going to have to do what I did with the Ender 5, which is, yep, it's not squared. So the wheel over here is not touching the corner bracket. Or maybe this one is. Let me go to the front here. Is that one touching the corner bracket?
Yes.
Okay, so this is actually squared up, so good. One less thing I have to do. All right. We have Delrin. I carried polycarbonate, but people were too cheap to pay for them, and I ended up having to sell them for below cost to get rid of them. So that's why we don't carry polycarbonate anymore, because people didn't want to pay for the polycarbonate, even though they are very great and they last longer than the Delrin. People didn't want to spend the money, so I stopped carrying them. And I'm not about to stock those again because I don't want to get stuck with them and take another loss.
This dude keeps editing his negative review of me.
What? Oh, this is an XT90 connector. Look at this.
That's a big boy.
That's a big one.
Hope the solder connections inside are good.
They should be. They're soldered. They actually look decent.
Because that was the problem.
Creality's like, okay, we want to have a removable connector, but we don't want to buy quality ends. So let's just go to a bigger one and assume the Chinese rated amps.
Overspec it.
Yeah, overspec it. So bed thermistor. This is all basic connectivity stuff, so I'm not going to really...
Are there more wires somewhere? Or do you have them all?
This
You
is
got
a
them all,
Z.
they're all not there.
So here's a Z. This is a Z. This looks like a Z. This is a Z. I'm assuming this one goes over here.
Yeah, you got the longer one?
The longer one's right here. Here, I'll feed it under the bed. Or under the box. You got it?
Yep. It's a very long cable.
I know. A little too long if you ask me. They could have saved a couple of pennies by making it shorter.
Would have been easier to manage, too.
Well, I guess there's... No, well, I mean, longer, you could technically then route it more...
I guess.
Because you got more length.
It's an odd length. You can't really manage too much of it. Hey, you could double stick something to the bottom of this guy.
Alright, so here's our X. Come on, Creality. We didn't learn from the Ender 5. We've got no strain relief for the X. Did we not learn from the Ender 5 where...
Yeah, front one.
Where stuff just kind of flaps about in the breeze and then it gets caught on things and disconnects things? Apparently we did not learn. Ooh, Michael Brown subbed. Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Welcome to the jungle. We have funny games.
Yeah. What is it, live like an animal? Is it the next in the series of, words? Okay, this is why. Like, why did I buy this? You know why I bought this? Because I got so many messages about getting things done for these printers. It's almost like we should just make our own printer so I don't have to keep spending time fixing these Chinese piles.
You almost killed me.
I feel like that would make too much sense. Yeah, that's the why. Come on. Oh! Oh, great. Might have a showstopper here.
What do you do?
Not what I did, what China did.
You want cam arm?
Cam arm.
How do you get that in there?
Normally you just plug it in.
No, it totally fits. Where's the cable?
No, look at the pins.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. That's the pin. I thought you were talking about the
Okay, main cam.
Might want to bend them, I guess.
I'm gonna try to bend them back.
I mean, would you like a smaller hex?
Is there a flathead?
You bet there is. You tell me you don't got steppers lying around?
This one has the
that's
shaft.
The weird one, isn't it? Yeah.
I could actually take the shaft out of this and put it in another one, but that's a lot of work. I think I can bend it back. Guess who's going to be asking Creality for a partial refund? This guy! Because you know what? Your average user would just return this. And you guys know I'm right. Or they'd be posting in the groups asking why their cable doesn't fit.
And the first comment would be bend the pins back.
Yeah.
They do it so people learn how to troubleshoot.
You mean they build printers so people learn how to troubleshoot?
It's a test.
We're talking in general. Great marketing strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays off for them. Well, the reality is consumers are pretty cheap, so it's been playing off for them pretty well, and that's why these Chinese printers are so popular.
It's true.
I feel like we're all just masochists. Like we like the abuse. This will be really easy to test thermal runaway though, because I can just unplug it.
Yep. Right there. Those quick connects.
Yep.
Those are nice. I like those.
Yeah.
Sometimes they really are unfortunate though if they have bad connections.
All right. So I'm just matching cables up, hot end to hot end, fan to fan, yada yada yada. Nothing exciting happening that you're not seeing a good shot of. We're about ready to turn this on. I am going to look and see how to use the damn BL Touch on here because it's a touchscreen, so it's not like standard Marlin. Where's our spool holder?
Right here.
Our voltage is set to 230. I'm going to put it to 115. Let's see if they tell you to set the voltage because, again, someone buying this for the first time isn't going to know better. There is a little thing that says it here, but I'm seeing if they have anything in the guide. Yes, it does. Set correct input voltage to match your local mains. Okay, so that's good.
Would you like the included plastic, or would you like it?
Oh, let's get. Do you want that?
I don't give a shit.
Do you want that roll?
I'll take it. I'll print it.
Then grab an open one.
You want blue?
Sure.
Blue or green?
Blue.
Coax, feel it.
Coax, boy. Tighten the carriage eccentric nut. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, there's already a wear.
Actually,
some wear in the wheels.
Here, move
Little,
that.
little
You feel
flat
the
spot. Yeah, a little.
Loosen it up. It's too tight. Right there.
This one, probably this one. The eccentric. Oh no.
Where's the ZN stuff? Oh, dude, bed leveling sensor.
Attached.
Okay, now here's the interesting thing. They have a screw over here that would have hit an end stop switch here, so they had plans to not put a BL Touch on here.
Yeah, it's over here though too.
Bed's not level. I know. I'll raise that up once Doug's done. Where's my? It's all the way
Dude,
over
it does
here.
not. There's like not a spot on here that it loses.
Hang on.
Oh. You got.
Okay, we're good. All right. Let's turn it on.
Loading filament.
Okay, BL touched its little drip, 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 drip. All right, let's put the.
Do you have a picture of on the screen?
A what?
Do you have like a picture-in-picture mode?
Well, the main cam's already always shown, so. Put them in the corners here. Let's make sure this is level. Move the bed down, see if the spool will be in the way.
No, it's good.
We're good?
Alright, it's good.
Alright.
Unless the spool
So
rolls
let me just
forward
try
somehow.
homing this. I'm just gonna do move for home XY.
Please wait for minutes.
It says please wait for minutes. So you can switch to arm cam. We can put this. Hang on. Go ahead. Go back to arm cam. I can.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So
I can make
the
arm
main
cam.
cam is small.
Yeah.
You should have a reverse of that. See?
I should have a reverse of this. You are correct. Are you pro streamer too?
I have a gaming chair.
You have a gaming chair?
A gaming chair. $300 headset.
Well, I'm just gonna hold this right here. It's attempting to home.
It's getting there.
Eventually.
We're making progress. See, I don't know about you, but I always keep my hand on the power plug. The first home, just in case. There you go.
141 viewers.
It's because there were dogs.
It's because there were dogs.
Because there were dogs.
Alright, let's make sure the bed... I mean, I basically have solid mounts because I tightened this down. So, like, it's on the aluminum frame. The question is, if you have a BL Touch on here, why do you need manual leveling adjustments?
That's a good question. So the BL Touch cannot do anything?
Maybe so when the BL Touch fails, you can still use the printer symbol. Alright, let's try homing again. Do I firmware for the 2X board? For certain machines, yes.
Click.
I don't think they have the sensor offsets correct because the nozzle's in the center of the bed. The sensor should be in the center of the bed.
I think the end stops are just positioned wrong.
No, so the sensor should be in the center of the bed, not the nozzle. If your
Oh,
firmware's
yeah,
set
yeah.
up correct. So that's how the auto bed leveling works.
Are you saying their offset might be 0?
Yeah. So I'll just show people again. I should not need to update a $550 printer. Now, I understand I'm going to need to update it, but the point is that
A regular person.
this should just be working for your normal person.
You are correct. That nozzle is in the center. Maybe they'll do it when it probes.
Alright, let me see what they say. I'm going to follow the directions, because here's the thing. I haven't actually used these touchscreens very much, let alone with the probe.
This seems like a massive inconvenience to try to load film in it.
Here, let me heat it up. Temp. It does have like a preheat. Why is the PLA preheat only 185? You kidding me?
That's really low.
I know the coax likes hot, so let's go to 60 and let's test thermal runaway.
You want to do that first? Or you want me to load it?
Go ahead and load it. I'll let it get up to temp, then I'll pull it. Did you cut that already?
I did.
Ooh. Have fun with that. We're gonna watch Doug struggling here.
It was rough.
Okay, this is why I don't mount the filament sensors we sell, because it's pain getting it through the filament sensor and the extruder at the same time.
This angle doesn't help. The filament's like unspooling. My goodness. Oh, come on.
This bed's taking a while to heat. It's only at 31 already.
I hate every second of this.
This makes me happy that I'm not the one doing this. See how much of a pain this is?
Dude, I even cut it at an angle, you know what?
Cut it at a bigger angle.
We're gonna cut it at a bigger angle.
Put some hair around the hole.
It's a PG-rated stream.
I seriously smell burning electronics. Do you smell
I
that?
smell a little. I mean, maybe that's just the Chinesium heating up the first time.
I mean, I'll let it ride because if it fries, guess what?
If you see any magic smoke, that's the problem. That's when problems arise. Now the bigger angle's getting caught.
Hang on, what is that noise?
What?
Is that the hot end crackling or something else?
That?
No. Keep loading it.
So I'm gonna lose it at this sensor. Okay. Alright. Now man.
Do you smell the
I smell it, yeah.
You smell it.
I definitely do smell that. There we go.
I seriously smell, like, I'm not even joking with you guys, I actually smell like burning electronics.
This hole isn't even aligned with the extruder. I hate this. I can't even tell if it's going into the spout.
Is it that rough?
It's bad, dude. It's bad. Granted, I don't have any of these extruders on my machines at home, but it like doesn't want to go in and I can't change the angle because of this.
I know, that's why I don't mount my filament sensors.
If you want to try to... I put a big ass point on that.
I see. Here, do you want to man the camera?
Not really.
This is the focus, the ring back here. Actually, just switch over to the main cam.
There you go.
Dear God, this has to be straight. Holy cow. Well,
It's even worse with the spool there.
it is.
I feel validated.
This is horrible.
I feel validated now.
Oh my God. Watch Tim struggle with putting filament into a printer.
Basic task.
This is terrible. You know, I'm just going to tell it to feed. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, they'll just force it through.
I wonder if it'll force it through. Settings, refuel. Retreat or feed? Feed. Nope.
You know what part of the problem is?
The fact that the filament sensor is
the filament
mounted?
sensor is back, right? So when it comes out of the filament
Jesus.
sensor, it's like moved forward.
God forbid we check basic alignment on
Nah,
our
dude,
parts.
just send it. Just gonna send it.
I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah,
gotta,
so
get-
like it wants to come forward through the
Yeah,
the
it does.
extruder.
Ha ha ha.
There you go, you won. You got
I
it.
won. I got
There,
it.
put that guy on the spool holder now.
Is it in the right hole? Yes.
I won.
Alright, let's feed. I'm not going to retreat. We're feeding. Hang on.
Yeah, that got a little. You want to twist that around? There you go. That's what I was gonna say. Good job.
Okay, we're feeding now. I'm a little concerned that I smelled the electronics, which makes sense why I've already seen PSU failures. This is a brand new model, okay? Brand new model, and I've got electronic smell from power supply. I'm assuming it's coming from the power supply. All right, so how do they? I want to follow their directions.
Oh, you think there's a print on the SD card?
There probably is. Feeding the filament. Struggle with it for 5 minutes, and eventually you'll get it. That's what it should say. Okay. Auto leveling, aux leveling,
Here's your NATAC 8GB SD card.
Neotech, the same ones I've been using for like ever. So my guess is they don't even know their own damn
Is it on there?
their own firmware. The the touch LCD will not read G-code files that are in another directory.
Oh, because they're on a subdirectory on there, aren't they?
Yes, usually they are.
So you
yeah.
wanna wipe that and then slice something new, or
Well, I'd like to use their stuff.
drop it in and move it out of the subdirectory?
Let's see if we find a virus on here.
Maybe what if you reboot it? What if you boot the printer with the card in?
Well, let's try it. It's fairly loud. It's a fairly loud machine. Print. Nope. I got 5 pages of nothing. Alright, temp. Let's see. It's got an ABS preheat. Let's see if it'll actually preheat. This will be good to stress the bed. And actually, let me see. I'm going to pull a bed and see. I'm going to pull a bed power and see if we get thermal runaway.
Did it find the print?
Nope. Alright, so the bed power is disconnected. Let's see if we get thermal runaway.
Where's the card?
The board does not have 22/8. It's 4988. Can you blow us the biggest cloud, bruh?
Where's the card?
What card? Right,
That's the card.
right here.
Give it to me.
Oh, you're gonna put it on your phone?
Yeah, Dongle Doug, dude.
Dongle Doug?
Where'd the card reader go?
I might have stolen the card reader.
My.
Wait,
There it is. Just do it on my phone.
where's
dude.
my dog?
Outside of it? I don't know where your dog is. Your dog's doing dog stuff. Not gonna get a virus from the phone.
There you go, Fat Cloud. You happy?
Yo, do you vape?
Do you vape? Do you vape,
Bro, do you vape?
Bro? You even lit? Come on, dipshit. Here, why don't you guys tug? Here, tug. Play tug. Go play tug.
Dude, so there's a bunch of STLs on here. I do not see a single G code.
There's no G code?
There's a model folder, STL, all STLs.
So Doug's like Mr. Dongle Doug over here, and he's got a USB-C. Hi guys. So the bed,
There's nothing on
the bed has dropped 2 degrees Celsius already, and it's still telling it to heat. So we'll see if it's gonna actually do anything. Creality just subscribed.
There you go.
Hey, you guys can watch your printer.
That might not be actual Creality.
That might be actual Creality.
Isn't it Creality?
They do
3D?
follow us. They do actually follow us.
You have to go check, dude. Go check YouTube Studio.
Model troubleshooting, installing,
Yeah, in the model folder, just a bunch of STLs.
software and driver,
It's like an MSI file on there.
model.
Oh, your dog's right there.
I just let her in.
Oh, did you?
Did you seriously not realize I just let her in? There's a WP settings.dat file on here. Lost directory. Yeah, there's no G code on here.
Not a single G code file
Just
on there. I can wipe it from there if you want.
yeah, go ahead and just wipe it.
That's absolutely wild.
It still has not triggered thermal runaway yet. The bed's already dropped 6 degrees Celsius and we still haven't triggered a thermal runaway. Oh, there we go. Heating's failed. Cycle power. Target temperature was not met on nozzle or bed soon enough. Inspect and verify ambient conditions are suitable for printing. Alright, so it's on the bed. Let's try it on the nozzle. Yeah. Welcome to BL Touches. They make noise. Hey Google, turn off the AC. Oh, what the hell? Garage isn't available right now. What the heck? All right, hang on. Let's check the hot end. Where's our hot end? Hot end's back here. disconnect the hot end wires and see how quick that triggers. So 521, I unplugged it. Okay, so the Easy Board Lite will physically fit in this printer, but it will not work with the Touch LCD. So in theory, if you got the LCD from us that we sell, the Easy Board could be put in here. So I literally just built this printer. So give me like a week to fiddle around with this and see what we can do. Although it was a little warmer here, so I turned the air conditioning on, but now it's too damn cold. Oh, heating failed. Okay, thermal runaway. That took a minute, so that's acceptable. I am going to leave it plugged in to see if it shuts it down. Oh yeah, my stuff is offline. Oh, you know why? I forgot I restarted my server, and I'm willing to bet the Hyper-V virtual machines didn't start back up because I shut them down. That's why my home automation stuff didn't come back online. Yep, they're all stopped. I need to start those back up. And go ahead and let's start. And we got 1, 2, 3 VMs. Alright, all 4 are booted up. Alright, there we go. That makes sense why my automation wasn't coming on. Alright, we're going to cycle power. I'm going to see what the hot end temp is at to see if it actually shut off the MOSFET. I'm assuming it did. Yep, it did. So thank God. Creality, kudos. Kudos for actually doing thermal runaway. All right. So, does anybody have a simplified 3D profile for this? Otherwise, I'm going to use my Ender 5 one.
Just change the volume.
Yeah, just change the build volume. See that little SD reader sticking on my.
You want that?
Well,
this guy?
yeah.
You want to plug it back in then?
Yeah. All right, we're going to slice something up in S3D real quick. Let's do a Benchy. Or maybe I'll do a Marvin.
Ooh, how original. Daring today, aren't we?
Daring today, yes. These big printers are kind of a pain. Let's do a CaliCat.
Ooh, no desktop cam. Wow, dude.
I have a desktop cam here. Doug throwing shade
There
over
you
here.
go, dude.
We're going to do a CaliCat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Ender 5 profile. I'm going to duplicate this. I'll call this Ender 5 Plus. I'm going to save this as new one. E5 Plus. Now, here's the thing. I obviously know how to use ABL. So I already have my starting code. My starting code should actually work with the BL Touch just fine. But as for your average user, are they going to know to set this up? So I'm changing my build volume here.
Check the book, dude.
Check the book. You check the book. Tell me if they tell you about the
Ooh,
starting
there
code.
were other directions on the SD card, but we did just eat them away.
We did just nuke them.
We did just nuke them, in fact.
Well, it is what it is.
So they have their slicer, and I wonder if their slicer already has the code on there.
Oh, their slicer is just a rebranded Cura.
Yeah, but it probably has the. It might
Hopefully.
have the thing in there.
All right. Well, let's save this. I'm going to switch this over in case when I go to save this file, it shows anything that I shouldn't be showing. All right. I'm going to save my CaliCat here. And while we're at it, let's slice up a Benchy too. 3D Benchy. Prepare to print. Save. Should probably check my infill too. Just make sure it's not super high. We're at 25%. Send it. All right. Just gonna put that in. Let's see. Print. Okay, CaliCat and Venture showing. Now I'm going to hit leveling. Let's see what it does when I hit leveling. Get the boogers off my nozzle. Okay, my bed is actually like level. Okay, auto leveling on. Measuring. Okay, let's see if the BL Touch works.
You already sliced?
Yep. This is so slow. Holy cow. Okay, so come back in 5 minutes when the leveling's done.
It does say please wait minutes.
It does say please wait minutes. We have 170 viewers.
And they're watching a BL Touch probe.
Where you guys are watching a BL Touch probe. Hey Doug, you want to switch that over to arm cam?
I would love to, but it's on the wrong.
Press
one.
OBS. On the right.
Oh, it's a folder. I got you.
Well, it changes the profile. Open my aperture up a little bit. I should be able to get more or less depth of field. Yeah, everybody smash that like button. Right now, we got 24 likes and 167 people watching.
Smash it.
Come on, smash that like button.
Give them a call to action.
Call to action. Smash it. Smash it around. If I don't get at least 100 likes right now, we got 165 people.
That's a good way to lose.
I'm just going to end the stream.
What is it probing at?
Just kidding.
Oh, what's the grid that it's probing at?
4x4.
That's so long.
Oh, we're at 40 likes. Come on. I believe in you guys.
What you gotta say is one like is one tree from
Answer questions and I will like it. Oh, what are you using for your home automation? Home Assistant.
That's a like right there.
That's a like right there. Home Assistant, open source, and you pay with your time. It sounds like you hate the BL Touch. Is there a reason? Well, one, this. They probe very slow. You can speed up in firmware, but then you lose accuracy. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a physical thing moving. So I don't like the mechanical failure. And you've got 5 wires going to that thing. KW Jet is very enthusiastic about Home Assistant. Alright, so we're finally done. What is it doing?
Print.
Okay, I'm assuming we're good to print. Okay.
Was that just a probe?
Huh?
Was that just a probe? Or
It's just a probe, so it's going to do it again. We're going to do CaliCat first, print. Energy saving mode is on. That means it's going to shut the bed off. I'm going to turn that off. I'm assuming Home Assistant just came back up because my... Yeah.
I heard it.
Hey Google, turn off the garage AC. Huh?
Your dog just smacked her head on these.
Did she?
Yeah. Hey, you gotta sit if you want.
Okay, so I turned the economic mode off. And what that does is it turns the bed off after a certain amount of layers.
Seems like a really bad idea for glass.
Hey, can you call me when you start streaming? We post on our Twitter. We blast it out to Facebook. I need to set up a thing on our site where you guys can sign up for notifications so I can do push notifications through my site because YouTube notifications suck.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Is that sound the chat sound? You hear that beep? Is that the printer? You hear that?
The zoom.
Yeah.
That's the motors.
No, it's a different sound, dude. That's right.
That's the lead screws.
Oh, okay.
There's oil right there. Actually, look in that top right cube in the back.
It sounds like a notification sound, like a really clipping notification sound.
This stuff is good. This is actually PTFE lube.
Well,
This stuff, I'm not
Canada
sponsored by
WD-40
them, but this stuff is good. You need to be a responsible streamer and don't say, "Hey Google."
Hey, look. When I used your Google Home earlier,
Yeah.
it popped up with your account in the top right. I thought it was you.
Okay, it's got a little less. I'm just waiting for that to penetrate the threads there.
Yeah, it is better. That was the thread. Wait, the lead screw. Sorry.
I told you. Always lube your rods, boys.
M420S1 is so much faster.
Yeah, that's a stored mesh.
That is very true.
That's assuming
You
their
don't turn
version
the
of
machine
Marlin
off.
they have supports it.
And you don't. Though you have to save it to EEPROM, right? I never do it. I change my build surfaces like every print. And I don't print 4x4. I probe 4x4.
Okay, it says it's printing. Let's see, it's waiting. Oh yeah, because my start code has a wait.
10 seconds.
Now the thing is, do I have baby stepping Z? It looks like I do. Oh, there's no offset, hang on. Oh god. It's only 0.1 increments. Oh god. Come on, let's go down. Go down. I forgot to set the Z offset.
It looks like you're printing in air, Tim.
It is, because I didn't set the offset. Oh my god.
If only you had a knob that you could turn.
If only I had a knob that I could turn really fast. This is why I hate the touch screens. Oh my god. We're gonna restart this print once I set the offset. Oh my god. Eventually, we'll get there eventually, boys.
What are you at?
1.9.
I thought you'd be like 12.
No. Okay, we're finally on the bed. 2.18.
You like a scraper to get rid of all that garbage that's on it?
I'm just checking the height. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna go back. So 2.18. Alright, I'm gonna hit stop. Stop printing, yes. Settings, move. I feel like such a noob right now.
Later, Tor.
10 millimeter.
I also use the PTFE lube from WD-40. That stuff rocks.
This does not make sense. The Z button pointing down moves a bed down. In theory, it should move it up.
Remember, the general consumer, though.
I know.
Here, would you like this?
No, these don't stick very well. Okay, let's try that again. Why? It points down. Why would it go up? Because if you're moving your Z down, the bed should come up because that's the negative value. If you move your Z up, the bed should go down because that's the positive value.
That's
you guys,
that's just basic for a Core XY.
like, think about it. I hate you. Think about it. If you move your Z up, the bed on this should drop because when the bed drops, that's your Z moving in the positive direction. Does that make sense? Do you guys see why I was like, what is going on here? Alright, let me hit print. Eco mode's off. It did save my Z for this print, so we should be good. Set my bed to 60. I think my profile has it set to 215. Alright. So yeah, they reference the bed in, yeah, Z plus should lower the bed. So the one going up should lower the bed because going up, increasing your Z would mean you're increasing your Z. It's backwards. It's gonna, all this is doing is it's going to encourage bad habits and terminology for the average users. I get why they did it, but hopefully you guys understand now why Z should make, like if you push your Z negative, if you tell your Z to go down on this printer, that would move the bed up. If you tell it to go up, it should move it down, but it's opposite. It's taking a while for this nozzle to get to temp. I don't think they PID tune these. There we go. $173 viewers. I think we'll end up doing a. You guys want a giveaway today? There's foam insulation under the center of the bed, but not the edges. There we go. Enter 5+ giveaway? No, I'm not feeling that generous. Plus, this is Aaron's printer. He traded me some other printers for this one printer because he really wanted this one. What do I think about this machine? Build volume is nice. The extruder sucks. Feeding the filament in sucks. I would have liked to not see plastic corner pieces on a $550 machine. I hate touchscreens in general. You guys know that if you've tuned in before, or you just know me. This is
painfully slow. This is painfully slow.
I'm looking at my lead screw rods and they look straight. I don't see any wobble on them. So we will be coming out with a kit to remove the touchscreen from this printer. Just letting you guys know. And we will have it so we can get rid of the BL Touch and put our system on there if you guys want that. So next week is basically Kill All Touchscreens week here at TH3D. So Ender 5 Plus, CR10S Pro, CRX, CR10S Max, JJ Aurora A5, Anycubic i3 Mega, and Artillery Sidewinder X1. Those are all getting touchscreen removal kits from us. So hopefully we'll have those to market in 2 weeks or less. Alright, let's see if it's actually going to... Z offset looks decent. Let me see if I gotta adjust it again. Yeah, I have to adjust it down. This is why I hate the touch screen. These take so long. I can't even just hold it to adjust it. So what that means, what that's telling me is this BL Touch is not giving me a consistent reading, because if it was, then I shouldn't have to adjust it. I'm having to adjust it like, we're talking like, so far, 0.6 millimeters of adjustment. So there's a 0.6 millimeter difference between the last time I probed and the time that I set the Z offset. That's a lot. On our kits, you're at worst adjusting like 0.1, if that, if anything. Okay, it's printing. We're gonna let this print. So now that we're waiting for this to print, now's your guys' chance to ask questions. Ask away. Let me get a tighter shot on that. So you can see there, I had to step that down 0.6 millimeters. It's quite a bit. I don't know if they have M48 enabled. I'll hook it up to the computer and see if they do. Well, you may not have to adjust the offset on your BL Touch, but I just had to adjust it on here. Let's see. Do you find it worth it for CR10 to add braces for the frame on the Z-axis? Not really, to be completely honest. It doesn't hurt. Do you prefer accel jerk or junction deviation? Junction deviation and S-curve acceleration. Absolutely. It's smoother, it's faster. What's the difference from this? Ender 3 mine is good. Had to replace power supply. Just change the fan out with Noctua. Hope you don't have. I hope you don't get heat creep from that Noctua. So a lot of people have issues with because they don't move much air. That's why they're so quiet. What's the difference between this? This is a 350 by 350 by 400 build volume. Has a nicer control board in it and a crappy touchscreen though, so you win some, you lose some. I like this frame style better than the Ender 3, but the Ender 3 is still a great machine. John Glassy asks, is a tough extruder 3-to-1 gearing ratio a good replacement for this printer? Yes. I would definitely say swap that out. I'm assuming that's what Aaron's going to do once he gets his hands on this. It looks like it should bolt right up on the stock bracket too. If I go for your kit, can I have leveling at the same time as wire check on a CR10? I'm assuming you mean filament sensor, and absolutely. Even on the Ender 3, you can have filament sensor and our ABL system, even on those limited boards. Yes, this is PLA. Yes, this printer is noisy. What do I think about the Solval printer? It's sitting over there in the box. I think it's going to be the next one we do. Does a frame feel as solid and stable as normal E5? Well, now that we got it together, even despite these plastic braces, yes, actually. Yes, it does. This feels pretty solid. So I'm just nitpicking. At a $550 price point, I would expect this to have metal brackets. I think the Ender 5 had metal brackets. You did not have any.
I don't know. I don't have an Ender 5.
Oh, you don't have an Ender 5. I don't have. It's been a while since I messed with one of those. Any suggestion for tuning a print with junction deviation? To be completely honest, I leave it at the Marlin default of 0.02, and it works great. Was that my dog?
I don't know. It's one of them.
One of them? Do you have a direct drive for the CR10S Pro? I do not, but we do carry our universal Tough Direct one, which is the same as a Titan Arrow. So if you find a Titan Arrow mount, we do carry that. I am working on getting direct drive kits in. I'm just waiting on samples from my manufacturers. Michael Brown says the Ender 5 does have metal brackets, so does Wayne, UK. So interesting. This seems slow. Yes, it does. Everybody right now, we got 202 viewers right now in chat. Everybody right now, type in chat what you guys have for your, what's your main printer? What's the one you use the most? Because I know a lot of people have multiples. What's your main machine that you use, like your go-to? Type it in chat. CR10, CR10S, Ender 5, CR10S, CR10, Hypercube, you gotta be fancy, Ender 5, CR10S, CR10S, Ender 3, Ender 2, MK3, Ender 5, CR10 Mini, MK3, 3 Pro, 3 Solo Ender 3, CRX, Tronxy, my condolences. Tronxy X3, Doug. S4, couple of Prusas. Lots of Ender 3s. ANET A8 Plus on Duet. The ANET A8 Plus, actually, it's a nice machine, to be honest, for the price. FT5, MK2S Prusa, Ender 3s. I think Ender 3s. Prusa. To be honest, we have a Prusa MK3S, and I'm not. I don't think it's worth the money. The print quality is not as good as my Ender 3. There's a lot of artifacts on the walls. I don't care what Prusa says on his blog post, they have extrusion issues. I actually bought the Bondtech upgrade kit from Printed Solid to get rid of their stock crap extruder. We actually have 4 Ender 2s. I'm a fan of the Ender 2s. Anycubic i3 Mega, I have one here, and it still works great. Direct Drive CR10S MakerBot Replicator. Wow. Tronxy X5S with Duet Wi-Fi, BMG E3 V6. Man, you went all out on that. Wait, are you related to Jeff Hoagland, the Magic the Gathering pro? Oh, I would hardly call him a pro, unless Raging Online is professional.
If you call top 8s and no win, pro, yeah. You only top 8s.
Top 8s and no wins?
Top 8s most of the time.
Damn. Doug over here throwing shade.
I've been to events with him. He busted out in, like, bracket.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jeff is my brother. He doesn't talk to me because...
Reasons.
Yeah, he just...
Reasons.
He's a difficult person. Which control board? This is the CR10S V2.2 board. What did I think about the Prusa Mini at Earth? If you guys want my honest opinion, I think it was a good move business-wise for them, and they're going to sell a ton of them. Personally, first thing I thought was that it was the Ender 2. Except you could buy 3 Ender 2s for the same price as the Prusa Mini if Creality was still making Ender 2s. Oh, he doesn't like Jeff. Wait, he says, wait, he is seriously your brother, the famous Boo Hooglin?
Boo?
Boo Hooglin. I love that nickname for him. Yes, he is my brother. What?
He's got that dude on Etsy to change his review to 5 stars.
How?
God, I love it. I'm going to reply to it so he can't change it.
Prusa Mini is going to be good. Yeah, I think it's a good move for them. I'm going to buy so much stuff from you, so. Yes, this is a Cali cat. The Prusa Mini, I'd like to see the longevity of it. I don't know how long they've tested it. I don't think it's a bad machine. Like I said, I thought it was a smart business move for them. You're paying for Prusa. Here's the thing, though. I had to use their tech support. We get people that complain if we don't reply within 24 hours. It took Prusa's support 5 days to get back to me on a basic question. 5 days. So, and the print quality, just on printer versus printer, a stock Ender 3 gives me better print quality than a Prusa MK3. That's, like, I get tons of artifacting on the outer perimeters on my machine. I've tried different slicers, I've tried all their fixers, but, you know, Joe wants to say that issue doesn't exist. But the reality is it does. We've rebuilt it. We've reprinted parts. You know, I'm just changing the hot end. So doesn't matter if I use their chat or email. They shouldn't take 4 days to get back to someone. Yeah, Dan says, I emailed you guys, and I always got to reply back within a day. Yeah, we're usually during normal business hours, we're usually around, I want to say 3 to 4 hours tops on replies. And we also have live chat as well during business hours. The Creality stock hot end is not bad. We're running those on our ABS machines with our tubing. Well, for what they're charging for their machines, they should be able to afford to have live chat 24/7. I wouldn't say it's over extruding. It looks pretty good. I don't know if you guys can see. Well, you should be able to. I have it put in there pretty tight. I just bumped the camera. My apologies. There we go. I just pointed my light at it. It's coming out pretty good. So if you guys are willing to change out the LCD on this machine, we'll be able to get the easy board support on here. Also, we're getting more easy boards next week. Don't mess around with stepper dampeners. Stop using stepper dampeners on your printer. They cause more issues than they solve. My MK3 here, it works, but I'm saying print quality, it's not my best printer. Like my Ender 3 over here that's got about $320 worth of upgrades on it from us with our control board prints better than our Prusa. And it's still cheaper than the Prusa kit. That's all I'm saying. I was very underwhelmed by my Prusa experience, to be completely honest. Everybody hyped it up so much and set the bar so high that I got it and was just disappointed. Here's the problem with the dampeners. They introduce flexing into your axes. Why do you want to introduce inaccuracy into your axes? Just get trinamic drivers if you really want it to be quiet. Honestly, the noise doesn't bother me at all. So I'm gonna actually turn the print speed up on this. It has an option here, so I'm gonna dial it into 150. So it should start speeding up, hopefully. Unless they have their... There we go. Thomas... Oh, Mark, you mean to show that the issue does exist? And that changing it to a properly designed extruder fixes it? Because I'm very confident that changing that out is going to fix it. I don't think it'll do 400%. This has the crappy plastic extruder on it. Which, if you guys have the crappy plastic extruder and you're on a tight budget, right now, when I checked before starting the stream, we had 9 of the aluminum ones that we're clearancing out right now. They're $3, and they're really nice. They're good for everything but flexibles. Because they do have a slight gap. So if you're printing PLA, ABS, PET-G, they work great. Something's vibrating on here. It could be the bed clips. Sorry about the dipping frame rate. This camera's... I got it for the lens, not for its frame rate. Huh? Do I need anything from the shop? No. I'm good. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm going to let this finish this print. I'm going to crank the speed up a little more, too. So here's the thing with the touchscreens. On a normal printer, with a 120/64 LCD, I could change my acceleration values and stuff right from the LCD, typically. You can't do any of that from the touchscreen. You have basically, I equate the touchscreen to an iPhone and the 12864 LCD screen to an Android phone. You can break more stuff and screw up your printer more, potentially, with the 12864, but you have more control over it. Where Apple just assumes that their users can't be trusted with system settings, so they just lock you out. Sorry about the camera moving. So this is at 200% now, because I just want to get this done. I think the dog needs to go outside.
Security alarm has been triggered in the shop.
Doug triggered the security alarm in my shop. You go outside? I just disarmed it. Still printing pretty good. Oh man. That's funny, Daniel. I mean, here's the thing. I know a lot of people using those boards, so maybe something's not configured correctly. Those are one of the better boards from Big Tree Tech, is the SKR. I would not touch those, the SKR minis. The funny thing is, Big Tree Tech accused me of only putting the video out to talk crap about them. But then they went and made a major hardware revision to fix the issue that I found. I should send them a bill for my services. Yeah, I see the print curling up there because of the fan. Yeah, this was 60 millimeter second slicing. This is the same hot end that Creality's been using on their machines for a while. What stepper motors on a 3D printer, in your opinion, are the best option? The stock ones are fine. The only time you should change it is if you're going direct drive, and you should go to a pancake stepper if you're running a geared extruder. I think Aaron's out in the shop working right now. Yeah, he is. I don't know why the alarm triggered. Oh, you know why? Because I restarted my automation systems and they were out of sync. That would make sense. But they should be good now. Looks like everything's all synced up. Well, so here's the thing, 200%, I'm probably hitting the acceleration limits by their firmware. What kind of project is everybody working on right now? Since we're literally just waiting for this to print, and it's about as exciting as watching paint dry. I chose this print because it's usually pretty quick compared to other ones. And I'm using my under 5 profile on this because it's very similar in terms of hot end and extruder and all other stuff. Printing parts for a hypercube, nice. Putting a V6 HUD on an Ender 5 Plus, awesome. Jerry's printing a Deadpool Halloween version, nice. Custom Raspberry Pi case and mount supports USB connector on a CR10, interesting. Designing a tweeter enclosure, nice, doing some custom speakers. Litho panes, Groot heads. Waiting on my sec kit to arrive. I've been in contact with them. We were talking with them about selling those kits or building our own printer around those kits. Printing Halloween shot skis. Open lock terrain. Okay, so Dungeons and Dragons or like Warhammer. What printer would you have for about $300? Ender 3 Pro. All day. D&D terrain, pretty much all I print. Brian Finley is printing Fucktopus. What will be the issue if you went direct drive with the stock steppers? Just a lot of weight on your hot end. Stand for PS4 VR headset, nice. I love functional prints. I bought a return Elgu Mars printer and I'm using a strip of UV lights to build a curing case. Nice. I bought 2 of those and both had defective LCDs, so I don't have them. I didn't feel like screwing around with it. I'm sticking with my Anycubic Photon, which has been a champ. And that's the original Photon. What are my thoughts on the new SK Go? I think it's a good idea. I like it, but I haven't had my hands on one yet. Printing a 40-hour pumpkin. There you go. Gothic Lantern. Yeah, Michael Brown said he's doing D&D stuff. Christmas reindeers. Getting a head start. A few parts for my open builds. 1 meter by 1 meter. Oh, that's awesome. CNC. New Fang New Fang for my S4. Got it. Go with the Pets Fang if you aren't. Dismantling my Ender 3 Pro to work out why it's layer shipping. Ender 3 and Ender 5 are printing decorative shit. Iron Man mask. Make sure you sized it right. Thoughts about the new Hermes hot end? It's interesting. I don't really think it brings much more to the table over the Titan Arrow, to be completely honest. But, you know, I was expecting a little more from them, but really how much more can you innovate? This stuff is not that complicated. I'm new to printing, so I've been using stock Kira settings for each quality for PLA. Any suggestions on what I should learn in settings, infill, and stuff? I would just go through, like, Chep has a bunch of good guides for the Ender 3. I'd go and watch his videos on that. I use S3D for everything. I don't even have Kira installed. Trying to get rid of stringing on my CR10S Pro Direct Drive Nightmare. Make sure that everything's assembled correctly. And try different filament, because if you have filament that's got a lot of moisture in it, what's going to happen is it's going to present itself like you need to tune it, but it could just be the filament. K20 Fritz says he's printing a Hero Me. I have that on my Ender 3, but I think I'm going to go to a Pets Fang. It works, but not as good as the Pets Fang. Levi Jordan's got a Photon. He said it's great, but I've been eyeballing the Epax X1. I've looked at those. Those look nice. I'm looking for a 200 by 200 by 200 printer with thermal runaway. Well, then you're not going to be buying a Chinese printer. Or you're going to buy a Chinese printer and then update it. So, I mean, I think the Ender 3 is still a great machine. Just know that going into it, you're going to have to update the firmware if you want thermal runaway protection. We sell all the stuff and have video guides using the stuff we sell. It's about a 30-minute process tops. And the bootloader kit's like 16 bucks. Fat Dragon Gaming has a lot of Cure stuff. Thanks for the tip, Michael. Oh, he has a Hero Me. Okay, got it. Any views on using Prusa Slicer on Ender 3 instead of Cura? I've been seeing Prusa Slicer come up a lot in discussions, and it's on my list of slicers to check out. I definitely can get this printer running faster once I get in and start really getting into the firmware guts. How do you get another printer without your wife finding out? Huh? I would suggest finding things that you can make money and get cash for, and then find someone else to buy it for you. But, I mean, I'm just saying, my wife never tells me I can't buy another printer. Even personally. Junction deviation ignores the jerk settings. You no longer have jerk for each axis. It's just a set value for overall. You do still have acceleration though. Junction deviation is an option in the newer Marlin firmwares. It's actually supported in all the firmwares we have out. Better to ask forgiveness than permission. For the most part. But if you have an awesome wife, it shouldn't even be an issue as long as you're, you know, as long as you're not blowing money that you shouldn't be blowing. I haven't heard anything about the Simplified 3D version 5 upgrade. I am looking forward to it, and I'm more than willing to pay for it. Honestly, I'd probably be willing to pay for a subscription. First impression on this with the CR10 V2, if you don't need the build volume, go with the V2. Because you're losing, so this is 50 millimeters larger in each direction than the V2, but I really like the V2. Yeah, my wife really likes Delta. She likes watching them print. I also like watching them print. They're neat printers, but they're a pain to get dialed in. So if you got time, Deltas are great. So we'll be going to Murph next year with the wife. Awesome, I'll see you there. I have not tried the snap makers. All right. Let me log into Nightbot, and let's do a little giveaway here. What from our store would you guys like to see given away? Type in chat. I gotta log into my Nightbot. I see Griffin's in chat. If Griffin will comp us an easy board, I will gladly do a giveaway on one. Those things are not cheap. Even for us. Alright, let me see Nightbot here. Okay, Griffin said we can give away a board. Awesome. So you'll credit us back for that? I just want to double check. All right. So, let's see here. Where's my options? Keyword. Okay. To enter the giveaway, type best board ever in chat. This is for the easy board. So it'll be a back order that I create, but we're getting more in next week. Or actually, I have 2 sitting over here. All one word. Alright, I'm gonna wait till I stop seeing those coming through here. Still coming in. Smash that like button, guys. Okay, I'm going to play a little jingle. Once the jingle stops, I'm going to draw a winner, okay? You guys ready? All right. Griffin, go ahead and type roll it when you want me to roll. I see people still entering. Type roll it. I don't know how much of a delay there is. All right, Jesse Foreman. Jesse Foreman has won the giveaway. All right, Jesse, so what you need to do is send me an email to tim@th3dstudio.com. And what I need is your name, if it's different from your profile, your name, your phone number, your email, and your address, and I'll get it all set up. Also, let me know if it's going to go in a printer that has 2 LCD cables, or if it's going in that has 1, because you do need an adapter board, and I'll throw that in if you have one that needs 2. And I'm feeling generous too. I'll throw in a filament sensor too. All right. How about an easy ABL kit? I'm going to reset everybody here. All right. If you guys want to win an easy ABL Pro kit, you can select if you want the 18mm version or the 12mm version, which is the mini. What you need to do is type BL what in the chat and you'll be entered. Aren't you guys glad you stopped by? Alright, I'm going to play the jingle. And when the jingle's done, I'm going to actually hit roll this time. I would never give away a VL touch. I'm not that mean. Alright. Okay. As soon as the jingle ends, I'm hitting roll it. Oh, if I can hit that thing. Okay. And bam. Marcio. Marcio, you've won a I almost said BL Touch. You've won an Easy ABL Pro. So again, shoot me an email to tim@th3d. I hate typing on this keyboard. Studio.com. I need your name, email, phone number, and address so I can get your order set up. And let me know if you want the 18mm version or the 12mm. They both perform exactly the same. It's just a physical size difference. Larry, you're a little late to the party. Okay, let's give away something a little smaller here. Marcio, I need you to type something. There you go. There you go. I see your chat. Cool. Cool. So email me. What would you guys rather get? You want some TH3D swag, like a shirt? You guys want a TH3D shirt? All right. Let's give away. You know, it's starting to get cold here in the U.S., so let's give away a hoodie, TH3D hoodie. Okay. All right. All right. So, if you want a hoodie, type "warm me up, baby" in chat. And these are a nice zip-up hoodie with YKK zippers. All right, I'm giving it another second, then I'll play the jingle and we'll draw for the hoodie. I'll need your shirt. I'll need your hoodie size. Let me switch here so I can show you the fabulous attire you'll be rocking if you win. And we have a pink logo and a blue logo on it. So we've got two different options here. Okay. So let me show you guys what the hoodies look like. So here's our fantastic TH3D hoodies here. So we've got the blue with a nice zipper. This is a YKK zipper. Nothing but the best. Okay, we got 3 different colors, and I've got sizes up to 2XL. So hopefully whoever wins, I have a size for you. Or actually, we got quite a few hoodies. I totally forgot. So we've got zip up. We've got regular. I think I have it sorted by hoodies. Yeah, here. So we got 4 different types of hoodies. You can take your pick at what style you want. So we've got the zip-ups, we've got the pullovers, and we've got them in 2 different colors. We got like a pink. It's kind of like a light purple, and then we got the blue. So you'll have to let me know what size you want and what version you want. So size, color, version. So let me switch back over here, and I'm gonna play the jingle, and then we'll roll it. All right. Scott Ross. Scott Ross has won the giveaway. Scott Ross, same as before. Send me an email to tim@tsrudystudio.com. If I get type on this damn keyboard. Send me an email with your name, address, phone number, what version of the hoodie you want, what color you want the print to be in, and the size. What's up, you do it? Thanks for stopping by. How'd that PC build come out? Well, I only have the sizes that my supplier can have in stock. All right, one last thing. Who wants some Tough Tube? I think this is the best tubing of all time. It's priced right. It's $8 a meter, and it's good for up to 275 Celsius. I use it on all of our stuff. I love it. It's good stuff. All right, so if you want some Tough Tube, this will be for 1 meter. So since it's the greatest of all time, type Goat Tube in the chat to be entered. Goat Tube. You're gonna love my tubing. It's blue, it's tight. What more could you want? Very popular with the Smurfs. Alright, I'm gonna play the jingle. You guys got till the jingle's over. Obviously there's a stream delay, so whatever. Till the jingle's over on my end. All right, drum roll, please. Paul Milne. Paul Milne, you won yourself some Tough Tube. Paul, same as before. Email Tim at, I just need to see a message from you. Type something to acknowledge that you're in here. So email tim@tsrudystudio.com. I need name, email, phone number, address. You'll love my tube. You will. Jake, I know you love our tube. I said, does it work okay? The tubing? Of course it does. I'm assuming that's what you're asking about. I don't sell stuff that doesn't work. I'm not China. This printer's in the way of my main camera. I gotta like go under the bed here. Help! I wouldn't waste your money on lottery tickets. Alright, so obviously I'm going to crank the speed up a little bit. Let's see, we're at 200, I'm going to 250 now. That's not that fast. I might be hitting the acceleration limits on here, so let's go to 300. I am going to push the nozzle temperature up a little bit to 230 from 220, just so I don't get under extrusion. That's a little trick. So if you're printing faster and you want to combat under extrusion, just bump your temperature up a little bit. It helps to a point. I will be right back. I have to use the restroom. If the printer catches on fire, there's enough people in the chat with my cell phone number. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. What's up, Tally? Let me see what I missed in chat while I was gone. I washed my hands and everything. Let's see. Do I need to lube your tube? You don't need to lube my tube. It's very slippery. If I had to poop, I would just end the stream because it'd be a while. Do you know how to make 3D printed action figures? I mean, I assume if you had the models, you just print them and assemble them. How is it still not done printing? What temp do you print your coax at? Usually 220. Since it's very pure PLA, it requires more heat. Typically, if you need more heat on a PLA, it means it's got less fillers and crap in it. The belt is gonna hit the fan. Where? Oh, I see what you're saying right here. Yeah, it's pretty close. I don't think it will, though. Yeah, I screwed up. I sliced it at 25% infill. I should have just done 10 like I usually do. I mean, this is printing nice. We're going to take a close-up look at this print once we're done. But you can see it's not over-extruding. I do have my extrusion multiplier set to 0.9, which is what I run on all my machines for PLA. No, it's not a Core XY. This printer is not a Core XY. Anybody that tells you it is doesn't know what they're talking about. The build volume on this is 350 by 350 by 400. Per printer with a bed size larger than 300, would you go Enter5 Plus or Troxy or Chiron? I have a Chiron, but I haven't opened it yet. So if you want to hold off on your purchase, we will be doing a stream on the Chiron. Yeah, stay away from Troxy. Don't ever buy Troxy. Don't be lured by their cheap prices. You will pay with your time and frustration with the Troxy. They also still have yet to release any source code for their printers. Wait, did I not roll for GoatTube yet? Wait. Oh wait, Paul. Paul won the GoatTube. It just reset. Okay, sorry. I was looking over at my Nightbot and it like reset itself. Can you explain S-curve acceleration and junction deviation and the benefits of enabling them? Honestly, the way they work, the mathematics involved in that is way over my head. What I do know is using them both results in smoother prints and faster print speeds because of how it handles calculating the motion and the jerk. In terms of tuning it, I've been running everything at the default of 0.02 and I haven't messed with it, but I'll put that down as an idea for videos. TiVo Tarantula Pro. I liked it so much I bought a second one. I did replace their power supply with our Meanwell 150 watt, and it's been running great with that. I did have some issues with their PSU that came with the first one. It just stopped working. So, yeah. Other than the power supply, I haven't had any issues with it. So, the 150 watt Meanwells we sell work perfectly for them. So if you're getting bulging corners, you're going to want to tune your acceleration values, or look into setting up linear advance. So it's a trade-off. You print faster, you're going to get more artifacts or imperfections on your print. If you print slower, you're going to get better print quality. Can you 3D print Batman? You can 3D print whatever you want if you have the files for it. There is an epidemic of these power supplies going out. I have seen quite a few, and this printer hasn't been out for very long. I have an X5S, or I had an X5S, and I gave it to a buddy of mine. The thing is that X5S required so much work to get it to print correctly, I would not do it again if I had the option. Why are Moon Steppers so special? I'm not sure. I haven't even heard of that brand, but for the most part, stepper motors are stepper motors. As long as they're not defective, there really isn't that much of a difference. And going to 0.9 degrees isn't going to give you noticeable print quality difference. Yeah, we carry the power supplies. It's the same one that we carry for the Tarantula, or not the Tarantula, the Tornado. Same exact one. We fully tested ours. The load is well within the specs of that power supply we sell. We might already have a power supply that'll work with this, so I need to do current draw tests on here to see if this would be fine for the 350 watt we sell. Otherwise, I will get a larger Meanwell in. We're almost done. What does it say? We're at 99%. I'm gonna grab, I got these new flavor of Monsters. Rich, yeah, I'm gonna post up the STLs. I haven't had a chance to zip them up, but they'll be in our knowledge base. And we've got a bunch of those ready to ship. We went through and got them all pre-packed, so if anybody's looking for a good deal on a 300 by 300 by 300, with a very powerful DC heated bed, so no AC. We have the artillery AL4s on sale right now for $350 shipped in the US. Alright, so I'm going to drop this down here. These arrow buttons are screwing with me, man. Alright. So let's take a look at the print here. It actually held onto the bed pretty good. I know if I let it cool, it'll pop off, but I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer. So I'm going to bust out the scraper. All right, there we go. So let me adjust the focus here. So here we go. Now at the bottom here, we were at a 60 millimeter second speed, and I cranked it up. You can see where I went faster. It's a little more bulged, but the layers look very even. Give me 1 second. My dog is hitting the bells because she has to go outside. All right. Like I said, print quality looks pretty good. And this is just an Ender 5 profile I changed the build volume on. First layer came out decent, but I had to step this down 0.6 millimeters. You can see here it was a little still too high, and it took forever to adjust on the touchscreen. I could have done it in literally a second if it had a regular LCD in it. Bridging looks pretty good. You can see some overheating here on the tail because it was away from the direction of the cooling fan here. And also, when I sped it up, it has less time to cool. So you can see here, right where I sped it up, we're getting more sagging on here because the filament didn't have time to cool. Whereas over here at the slower speeds, we had more time to cool. So, I mean, this is pretty standard for Creality's hot ends and their cooling setups. But all in all, pretty good print. Some under extrusion right here, you can see, but that was at the higher print speed. I think this was where we were at 200%, and then you can see it change a little bit where we bumped up to 300. So this was right around 200, 150 was somewhere around here. So not bad at all. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this thing off of, or we're going to go dig into the bottom now. So let me unplug this, and we're going to see what we have in the electronics enclosure here. Let me just move stuff out of the way so I don't break or spill anything. Alright, so let me switch over to the arm camera so you guys can see what I see. Let me zoom out there. My lens is looking a little dirty here. Alright, so let's get into the nuts and bolts of the thing. Or the guts. So I'm going to move my Z out of the way here. What do we got? 2.0. I might have to use hers. This is a little rounded off. Harbor Freight quality, baby. Let me let the dog in real quick. All right. So it looks like we got 6 screws holding this bottom plate in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is in the corner behind my overlay. That light up a little bit. There we go. So here's the thing, unpopular opinion. I like the separate control boxes, like on the CR10 V2, CR10, the Artillery AL4. I really like the separate control boxes because working on the machine is a lot easier versus the ones like this where they're integrated. These take up less space and are more compact, but in terms of working on the machine, I prefer the other ones. All right, ready for the money shot? Oh, we got a fan here. So 2-pin. This one came out of right here, the VIN port. So, oh, this is, man, that cable they made. So, if you're getting rid of the touch LCD, all you need to do is unplug this, and you connect a regular LCD to here. So these 2 pins, your EXP1 and your EXP2. They do have a MOSFET for the bed, which is nice to see. No silicone wires, just regular wire. So, yeah, we'll be able to put out a touch LCD removal kit for this. They got the BL Touch here going to pin D11, which is good to note because I need to take that into account when I do the firmware because I know not all of you are going to want to get rid of it. So yeah, same wiring as what we recommend on the CR10 S boards is going off the D11 here. So you got your 5-volt ground and signal, and then your ZN stop. Smell the PSU. Yeah, there's an odor. There's an electronics odor to it. Should we check the ground? I feel like we should check the ground. Let me turn my bench on. And I think it should come up on the LCD or on my screen here still if I load the app. This is the same board as the CR10S. They do have the temperature fix that I advised them on. Let me load up my DMM software here and bring my leads over and let's see what we have for grounding. You guys want to make a prediction if the grounding's going to be good or bad? So it looks like they grounded. It's really weird. They have a ground wire going to the LCD, but I guess that'll work because that'll go to the chassis. So the frame is grounded, so they have been listening. Okay, you guys see my multimeter in the corner? Let me connect. Let me see here, function. Are we gonna connect? Are we connected? Come on. Did it change IPs? Maybe it changed IPs. Hang on. Because it's not connected. Hang on. No, my network's connected. I think it changed IPs. Hang on. Facility. No, it's still on the same IP address. Give me 1 second here. Make sure I didn't accidentally double IP on this address. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Why is this software not connected? Hang on. Let me reload my DMM software here. That's what that little overlay is in the corner. Come on, connect. Why is this not connected? Come on, Sigland. You try removing and re-adding it. There we go. Alright, we don't want voltage, we want continuity. Alright, let's see what our leads are reading. Okay, 0.1 on our leads. So let me just check the ground wires here. So I'm checking the chassis. So we're getting on the chassis. Let me check the actual wires themselves. Like 0.1, 0.2. The actual PSU though. So here's the thing. Is a PSU grounded through the chassis or is it grounded through its terminal? Does it really matter? Not that much, to be honest. But let's see if the PSU is actually grounded when it's removed from the chassis. If it's got continuity from the ground pin to the chassis. Because my thing is, I'm not complaining about their extra ground wire, but the thing is, it could cover up that the PSU itself, I guess it's a moot point. If it's grounded through the chassis or grounded through the terminal. Ground is ground, technically. But that will give us an indication of the PSU quality, if that makes sense. Cute dog thinks that's Doug's dog Phoebe. My dum-dum is in the garage. Probably sleeping on the couch that's sitting in there right now. Because my buddy still hasn't taken our old couch yet. Let's see if I can get this out. This one. Man, whoever put this hex screw is all stripped. That's holding the PSU in. See if I can break it loose. Oh, are we good? Yep, there we go. All right. So we've got just a generic Chingling. I'm not even making this up. Chingling. It says it's 500 watts, 21 amps at 24 volts. Now let's see if this is actually getting ground through the terminal here. So I'm on the ground terminal here. It's not bad. It's like 0.4. Better than we've seen in the past. Stock Ender 5 does not have a Meanwhile. It has another knockoff. It has a Landy. Which the Landys, I would say, are better built than whatever this brand is. Oh no. Are we going to make a 2-week testing video? Well, this one's going to be like Aaron's machine. So he's going to be using it, and if we have any major issues with it, I'll let you guys know. I will say I have been seeing a lot of reports of these PSUs failing, and this printer hasn't even been out for a month yet. So I replace our PSUs anyways with Meanwells because I don't trust these. But I want to see if this actually needs a 500 watt, because here's the thing, the Artillery AL4, that comes with a 500 watt just like this. It's an off-brand one. And the Meanwell 350 watt handles everything just fine. And the current draw was right around, I want to say 300 watts on that machine. I would assume this is going to be a similar watt rating. And they just put a bigger one than needed in terms of what the sticker says to have some overhead, because they know that these Chinese power supplies are not good. So let me just put this back in there. So in terms of the EasyBoard support, I will absolutely be able to get this machine supported. We will just need you'll just need to swap the LCD. And Jay Aristride, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, he's already designed a mount to get rid of the touchscreen for these, and we carry the screens already. So it'll be pretty straightforward, to be honest. You'll just take the touch LCD out of here. You'll take the touch, there's my keyboard. Take the touch LCD out of here, disconnect this, plug in our LCD that we sell, print the part, or we'll have it so we can print it. So if you want to be really lazy, you'll get a full kit with all the cables and everything. But yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to support it. If you notice here, there's no 5th driver. However, the board we carry, the Creality dual extruder board, would actually work with this, but again, not with the touchscreen. So, but our EasyBoard, since this is the same mounting holes as the normal Creality ones, the EasyBoard will fit in here. But you will need the 12864 LCD we sell with the dual adapter, or dual cable adapter. So I think I have, hang on. So these style LCDs. So this is what will go on the front, and then this will go EXP1, EXP1, 2 to 2. This SD slot will be non-functional because it's on the board. But for just an LCD, these will be great. So like I said, next week is going to be Kill All Touchscreens week here. So we'll be doing a lot of development. All in all, build quality is pretty decent on this machine. The only thing I don't like here is they have all these AC. This is the AC line. This is your wall power. This is all bundled in parallel with your DC lines, which can cause interference issues. They should have ran these down here and ran all these DC lines up here in a separate bundle and then came down. But instead, they bundled everything together up to here. That's the only thing I don't really like, but not a bad job by Creality. I'll give them that. So you guys know I'm honest, and I try to be fair in all my stuff. So that's it. Not a bad machine. Generous build volume. It's got the 2560 board in here, which has got the extra memory, unlike the 1284p you get in the Ender 5 and the Ender 3. Like I said, just in general, not a big fan of the touch LCDs, but we can fix that. Eventually, I will get around to supporting these in our firmware, but the reality is you then have to flash the firmware on the LCD. So anytime you change your firmware on here, let's say we support them, and then we release a new update, and there's a firmware for the LCD update and the board. The board you can update over USB. This, you will have to open your printer every single time you need to update the firmware on this LCD. meaning you have to go in here, put an SD card in, flash it, and then take it out. Every time you need to update this. With the other LCD I showed you guys, you literally do it all through the board. So the thing is, this is a whole separate system. All that this is doing is there's 4 wires. You got your power, your 5-volt, and your ground, and these 2 middle ones are your data, TX and RX. This is just sending serial commands through this cable like your computer would over USB to this board. And the main restriction is that this is closed source. The firmware on this LCD is closed source. Marlin has really no idea that this, like what the capabilities of this are. There are certain overlaps and code additions to Marlin for these to talk to each other better, but for the most part, this is a standalone system, and this just talks to the board over G-code for the most part, or serial data. Whereas the other LCD interfaces directly with the CPU. So when you update the firmware on this, you'll see the change reflected on the other screen. Whereas this is separate. You have to update this, and you have to update this. You can't update this over USB. You have to go in here and pop this SD in here. And as for the, one battery said, as for the SD extension, the only thing is, depends on how this card is set up. If this reads that something's in here, you might have issues with the extension, because then it thinks that there's something always in here, if that makes sense. So it might think that there's always a card in here and try to read it if there's an extension, because there is a pin on here that tells it if the card is present or not. Now, whether that does it or not, I haven't played with these enough to know that much about it, but that's the only thing that would concern me, is leaving an extension plugged into here. But that's why I don't like these touch LCDs, is because they're not... Their goal was to be user-friendly, but what they ended up doing was stripping everything down, and you don't have access to everything on the board in terms of your settings and features and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to put the cover back on this, and then we're going to wrap up here. If you guys have any questions, post them in chat so I see them while we're putting this back together. I also heard, it sounds like my dog was getting into something. What are you doing? Go. Go lay down. Leave it. She was screwing with cardboard boxes I had. Alright, so when I plug this in, I'm going to make sure I plug this back into the open VIN header. Well, this subscriber thing just popped up. But there's a open header labeled VIN, and those are always on. VIN just means voltage input, so you can see this fan goes right here. It can actually, either of these can be switched. It's just always on power. So I'll go ahead and put this back on. Yeah, you can use Optoprint. Is there any timeline on the kit for the Pro CR10S Pros? So I am planning on getting that all wrapped up. Oh, that screw hole stripped out already. Thanks, Creality, or whoever assembled it there. I have a limited quantity of the boards in. I'm waiting on the bulk production, so I have a small batch that I had made here at a local company, and I got my bigger batch coming. So, but we have all the cables in for the Easy ABL to bypass their sensor and the hardware driving their sensor. So our kit itself isn't at the mercy of all their crappy electronics that drive their sensor. So we'll have a full kit to convert that over to the regular LCD and to swap out their ABL sensor with ours if you're having issues with it. I haven't played with the Two Tree Sapphire. I do have, I can't remember the company, but it's like a blue whale one, the bluer. I have a, supposedly they sent me a bluer. Raspberry Pi 4s we're still testing. I don't like I only have been testing it for about 3 weeks now, and I want to make sure everything's stable. I haven't had any issues, but I don't like to throw stuff out there, you know, half-assed to you guys. It's kind of how we got our reputation, is that we actually fully test everything I don't want to give you guys a solution that I, spent a couple nights working on, and it's like, oh yeah, it works, but then, long term it doesn't. Bluer is not a Core XY, it's Cartesian. It looks like an Ender 3 competitor. It's that kind of size machine. And I got one more screw, it's right here. All right, so let me put this on the floor and then we'll wrap up here. So you guys can actually see me because this thing is huge. Look at this. This thing is huge. All right, let me turn that gain down so I don't blow your eardrums out with that. Okay. Let's see what we got going on in chat here. Close my DMM program here. Your fan vents are not lining up with the holes. That's how it goes. I did notice that they were slightly off, but... Oh, how's the print quality? I showed it off earlier. Really close up. I would say about the same as the Ender 3 and the Ender 5. Will you ever offer a hot end like the Micro Swiss hot end? We have our own hot end that we sell that's based off of the V6 design, which those are on sale right now for $19, which is a hell of a deal because it includes extra thermistors, heaters and fans for 12 and 24 volt, and a bunch of extra nozzles as well. Chris Travis, what's the build volume? 350 by 350 by 400. I'm assuming you mean the firmware for the LCD. No, it has to be through an SD card. So this board will have the bootloader. Ghosting at the higher speed a little bit. It's hard to tell the transparent filament, but not a lot before I crank the speed up, to be completely honest. It's looking pretty good. Pretty good print quality. Print quality, I'd say like a 7 or 8 out of 10. Upgrade the cooling and you can bring it up to like a 9. Actually, if you're having, I'm having issues printing anything but PLA. Have you tried posting in our Discord server? Because there's a specific section for tuning your hot end. Also, if you're trying to print ABS, you need an enclosure to print ABS. Changing a hot end will not do anything for you because ABS needs an enclosure. PETG in general is a pain to get dialed in, so no matter what hot end you're running. I'm not sure what you mean. Is that the same as the Ender 3, Ivan? It costs $550, and if the printer or if the PSU we sell, the 350, I'm going to do a current draw test on it, but I'm pretty sure that the 350 should work fine with this. I didn't see the bed heating up very fast, so that tells me there's not a huge draw on that bed. Meaning the 350 that we sell right now, I know the screw holes will line up, would probably be a replacement for this one, which I'm going to test and see if that is, because I don't want to tell you that it'll work. It'll probably work fine, but I want to verify that we're not going to be overdrawing that PSU and you guys have issues on later on. Otherwise, what I'll do is I'll source a higher wattage Meanwell power supply. But the one we sell currently is $45, so which is not bad. I'm doing all right, Suey. He asked how I was doing today. I'm doing okay. A little tired, but that's the norm. That's why I have an energy drink here. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Aaron's desk is no longer in here. It's actually out in the print farm because I was running out of space. He was running out of space, so we moved desks. So I was setting up these racks, and hooking up machines and cleaning this whole space up. It's actually very clean in here. I just gotta get my desk wrapped up. Is there an all-metal E3D hot end mount, not a printed one? There are some. I've seen them on AliExpress. I don't know of any local places that sell them, but you shouldn't need a metal hot end mount, to be completely honest. We sell ABS ones. I think they're like $7 or $8 in the shop, and they're very durable. I don't have any metal aftermarket hot end mounts. Everything's printed. I usually do them in ABS though. So, but we have 17 ABS machines here. So we do ABS. And if anybody ever needs stuff printed in materials that you can't print because you don't have an enclosure or whatever, we do custom print requests. Swift Rick said, found the problem was too hot, temp down to 240 and print is immaculate. Sometimes lower temp makes a difference. Yeah, you got to play with your temperatures. So, anybody have any other questions? I appreciate everybody stopping by. I hope you guys had a good time. Those of you guys that won something, please email me. I'll get those orders set up tomorrow, so you'll get order confirmations, and then you'll get a shipping confirmation once the order is actually shipped. And that's about it. Yeah, finding V6 mounts that fits a 5 Plus is a bit of a pain. Yeah. Why do you have to install the firmware on the SD card? Because the LCD is a standalone system, and it does not have a USB port to update it. We have two firmwares. One's just for the Easy Board that's built on Marlin 2, and we have our main one, which is what everybody should be using if they're not running the Easy Board. And just so you guys know, in terms of 8-bit, for 8-bit boards, Marlin 2 versus 119, there's not major differences between them because it's the same code base, and Marlin development right now is focusing on 32-bit, so you're not going to see a lot of new stuff coming to the 8-bit processors. That's why we haven't pushed forward to get the 8-bits on 2.0 because there's not really any benefits to it. And I can tell you right now that the 119 branch we have, our unified U1R2 branch, is very stable. Whereas Marlin 2.0 is not even officially released yet. The version that our Easy Board is running is actually, I want to say, about 3 to 4 weeks behind the main Marlin branch because I know it's stable. The issue is if we update, it can break things, and I need time to actually test things and make sure they work correctly before I push them out to you guys, and I don't want to send you out broken firmware. Let's see here. Changing from a controller-based heated bed to an SSR-driven bed. Better? Assuming you mean AC versus DC, AC is going to print quicker. If you have a battery backup, you're going to be pulling more power from the battery backup. Or what I do is when I build AC bed machines, I actually have two plugs, one for the printer and one for the bed. I put the bed directly to the wall on the surge side of the UPS, and I put the printer to the battery backup side. But be very careful if you're wiring up a SSR, an AC bed. There are DC to DC SSRs. We also carry SSRs if you guys are wiring up an AC bed and you want to be able to control it from your printer. They're $9 in the shop. If you just search Mager, M-A-G-E-R, they'll pull up. So then I'm assuming you're asking going from running the bed off your control board versus a separate MOSFET. Most of the time, your onboard MOSFET on your printer on your printer control board is going to be fine, but it's not going to hurt anything to add a MOSFET. I actually literally have one right here. These are the ones we sell. Big beefy screw terminals, big ass heatsink. I'm doing a video with the wood printer, which is sitting right on my shelf next to my Ender 3, to show you guys how to put these on. So I would recommend putting them on. These are $10. It's a good insurance policy. If you guys watched our video, you can see our Easy Board can take a hell of a beating. But if you're going to run a bed that's more than like 13 amps, run a MOSFET on it. So But these are great. They're not going to hurt anything. It's one of those things you can put on there. You might get a little bit quicker heat up times depending on what board you have. Like this has a lower RDS on value than the stock Creality onboard MOSFETs, so you might get a little bit quicker heat up times with this versus the stock one. This can also just handle more current in general, so it's not going to bottleneck as much. But these are like $9.99 in the shop. They don't come with the case, but this is one of the cases that you can print out. It's linked on the product page. And I also have a basic spacer one here. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. My brother Doug's in town, as you saw earlier. He's out in the shop hanging out with Aaron. So I'm going to wrap this stream up. And I appreciate everybody stopping by. This was actually our most popular stream ever. We had over 200 people at one point, and I'm really glad that you guys all came by. I had a good time. Hope you guys had a good time. Sweet Cat, how's my dog doing? She's fine. She's her name's Clara. She's a 8-month-old German Shepherd, and the other dog is Doug's dog, and her name's Phoebe, and she's I think 4 now. Hi Phoebe. She's just sitting in the doorway here. So, anyways, all in all, not a bad machine. I was a little concerned about those plastic corner brackets, but it seems to be fine once you fully assemble everything. I would like to see metal, but the only thing to note is, like a couple people have said in the chat, and like I said earlier, I've been seeing in the Ender 5 Plus user groups on Facebook that their power supplies are going out. So stay tuned for an update. I'm going to see if I find my current meter, because I bought one, but the guys in the shop put it somewhere, and I don't know where it's at. But I have a current clamp, and I want to see what the max amp draw, if I'm pushing if all the motors are engaged and the hot end and better heating, if it is in spec for the 350 watt we sell, because I can tell you right now, the bolts will match up, all the forks for the terminals for the screws will match up, and that's only a $45 replacement. And if that works, that's what we're going to put in there. If it doesn't work, as in the draw from this printer is higher than the 350 watt max that power supply is, I will get mean wells in that will fit this machine. So anyways, if you guys are not already subscribed, go ahead and give us a subscribe. And YouTube, I don't even know how notifications work on YouTube anymore because I don't get notifications, but supposedly you hit subscribe, you hit the little bell thing, and then you change it from personalized to all, and then you'll get notifications when we go live or we update new videos. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can also just check our website as well. But we always update Twitter, Instagram, Facebook when we're doing live streams, and we also post them on here. And then if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it. I know we joked around about the likes, but it really does help the channel when you guys are engaging with the videos. So if you're watching videos and you do actually like it, go ahead and hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. But I really appreciate everybody. I hope you guys had a good time. I had a good time building this, and I like doing these streams. It's something that is fun to me. I'm very passionate about these machines. I'm very passionate about this hobby, and that's why I'm here. And if you guys want to support us, you can do that by going to th3studio.com and picking up some cool gear for your printers. So we carry over 120 different products, and there's a lot of stuff on sale right now. So go ahead and check that out. And yeah, that's about it. So everybody, thanks for watching. And as always, happy printing.